Welcome back to the channel, everybody. You're watching Base. We're the baseball card channel with an appreciation for base and for hits, and has over 100 subscribers. Thanks again. Thank you very much, everybody. This is the first video since the 100 subscriber celebration. If you haven't seen that video, go back to the super long one, the one that's like an hour and 40 something minutes, and make sure that you make a comment on that video, because that's how you enter to win one of these 3 Bo Bichette rookie cards. Tier 1 autograph to $2.99, Gem Mint 10 rookie refractor, Gem Mint 10 flagship rookie. Giving those away on June 1st, gonna do the draw. To enter, you gotta go back to the celebration video, not the recap, but the full length one, and make a comment on that video. That's how you will enter to win one of those 3 Bo Bichettes. So make sure you do that. Check out the squirrel back here. Yep, wife made that for me a while ago, and I got the ice cream cap on him. Got that from a Blue Jay game. They give it to you with ice cream inside of it. We're gonna chill on this video. I got a bit of a different one for you. This past weekend was the Toronto Card Expo. I went down for 2 days. I went down on the Friday, and then I went back down on the Saturday with the wifey. I had a really good time looking around, looking at all the cards. There was a ton of cool stuff going around, memorabilia, cards and collectibles. Super fun time. Definitely very hockey eccentric. Tons of Matthews and McDavid autograph cards. Lots of overpriced cards, which is kind of like a thing these days. It really feels like overpricing your cards is the thing to do. So kind of just seems like that's where the hobby's kind of going a little bit when it comes to the high-end stuff. It's kind of ask whatever you want for it. That seems what to be the trend is, because some of these cards here, you know, that they were asking for, they go for a fraction of that cost on eBay, and yet they're asking these exorbitant prices for them. And I'm not arguing about it or anything. I really don't care. I'm just saying that seems to be the trend of the hobby, is to ask whatever you want for your card. And honestly, I don't even know if I don't like that or not yet. I just have a lot of nice cards, so I'm gonna do the same thing. Card show was very hockey eccentric. Not a lot of baseball. I went down with a small budget, and I was gonna get some baseball cards and see what I can get for the channel. But honestly, it was really hockey eccentric. There was like more soccer than there was baseball, to be honest with you. So that was a little disappointing in that sense. I didn't really see any like massive Shoheis or big giant Acunas or Betts or anything like that. And it was kind of weird because they were also in Toronto that weekend. They were playing at the Rogers Center in Toronto, 3 games, while that convention was going on. So I thought there'd be some Dodger stuff around, but they really kind of leaned into the hockey. There seemed to be just, honestly, maybe just a little too much hockey, just a little too much, and maybe not enough baseball, considering we have the Blue Jays down the road who are playing, and you know, they're kind of struggling a little bit right now. They could use a little love, and it didn't seem to be enough Blue Jay love, in my opinion, at the Toronto Card Expo. That was a little disappointing. But we had a super fun time nevertheless, because there's so much cool stuff to look at and go through, and it's a really fun experience. I did notice that on the Saturday, there was definitely a lot more stock out than there was on the Friday. Something to kind of consider a little bit. There was a lot of stuff that they didn't have out the day before, that's for sure. Okay, so like what did I get? What did I get? Well, like I said, I went with a kind of a small budget, and I thought maybe get one big card or to get a bunch of little things, some PSA potential, and maybe some random boxes for the channel. I really wasn't sure. And once I went through the first initial walk and saw there wasn't any like large bangers that I wanted to spend a large chunk of my budget on, I kind of went back through and thought, okay, well, maybe I'll see if I can get some stuff, some lower end stuff to send up to PSA maybe, and maybe some fun boxes for the channel. And so that was the route that I went with. And one of the things that I've been thinking about doing for the channel for quite some time is opening some older stuff, some junk wax error, some vintage stuff, whatever I can kind of get my hands on. This was a good place to kind of look for that stuff and make a deal on a box or two. And that's what I did. So the first thing I want to show you guys is the box that we're going to open up on this video. And spoiler, there was a reason why I had these cards in the background, and that's because these are from 2022 Topps flagship, in which they have the insert set that went back to the 1987 design. This is a box of 1987 Topps right here. This set is what these designs are based off of. We have the Julio Rodriguez 1987 rookie card insert. If you're ever wondering what year these are, you go back, it says 87 right there. That's usually where you can quickly see what year it was. On the other borders, it'll say 84 or 83 on there on the different inserts. Then I actually opened this oversized future star of Nate Pearson in a box of 2022 Topps. I forget what series these were in. I thought these 2 cards would be a fun example to show how Topps brings back its old designs from older years and uses them again in the inserts and in heritage and stuff like that. Those are 1987 borders, and they're based on this set. So why 1987? Why was this one of the sets that I wanted to check out and start in terms of some junk wax era stuff? Well, 2 reasons. One, first and foremost, 1987 is the year I was born, in 1987. This was the set that was released in my birth year. And even though I was born this year, a lot of these cards are the cards that I remember as a small child growing up, because they would have been, you know, discarded and pushed off to kids at that point, and they were printed to oblivion, so they were really accessible when I was a child. So even though this set came out the year I was born, a lot of these cards are the ones that I remember as a child. Very specifically, the Bo Jackson Future Star card inside this set. My parents told me when I was a kid that the name Bo was an option for me. I always thought that was kind of funny, and they said it was because of Bo Jackson. He was a big deal in 1987. 1987 is Bo Jackson's rookie year, I guess. Kind of strange back then the way they do cards. Topps doesn't really have any sort of official rookie signs yet at this point, so you kind of just know where they are in their career when these cards came out, and that's how they determine where they are sort of in their rookie realm, if you would. And the Bo Jackson in this is considered to be one of his rookie cards, even though it says Future Star on it. But the number one main chase card out of this set is the Barry Bonds rookie card. And the second reason why I went with 1987 is because there is a ton of big names represented in this set. A lot of these big names are still put on the inserts in today's sets. A lot of these guys. Let me quickly read you a list of some of the names we're going to be looking for in here. I just grabbed these off the internet. I'm just going to rifle them off real fast. The Barry Bonds rookie card, the Bo Jackson rookie card, the Don Mattingly, which has a variation with no TM in the All-Star logo, but the one with the TM, the correction is actually more rare. The Jose Canseco Cup card, Nolan Ryan, Greg Maddux rookie card, Pete Rose, Mark McGwire, interesting card there. Debated whether it's a rookie card or not. Widely considered not to be his rookie card, but his first card with him in a professional uniform. We have Mike Schmidt, Fred McGriff rookie card for the Jays, George Brett, Kirby Puckett, Dale Murphy, and Tony Gwynn. All those dudes are still in sets. Topps still puts those guys in those insert sets. They're a big part of the history of baseball, and a lot of them are found in this set, the 1987. If you go and you see a bunch of the junk wax at one of these shows and you have all the boxes lined up, you'll notice the 1987 stuff is a little bit more priced and a little bit more desirable. And I think it's because it's a good year for a lot of the names. A lot of the big names like that started in the late 80s and went through the 90s. You can find a lot of their stuff in the 1987 stuff. At least that's my understanding. Like I said, this was the year I was born, so I don't really know as much about these sets as I do about more modern stuff. So if you're watching this and you want to let me know about anything about these boxes, leave a comment below. I'm always looking to learn. I did hear that there are Canadian versions of this box that were printed by OPG, and there's less of them. Therefore, the cards inside are more desirable because they say OPG here and not Topps. I didn't know that amount. I didn't know that. I saw that online. That's pretty interesting. This is the regular Topps version. I picked this up, like I said, at the Expo. It's got this weird seal on it. You're probably wondering, what is that? The thing about these boxes is that a lot of times they came right to a store with no wrapping on it. Like, it's very hard to find Topps stuff with wrapping. I'm not sure. It looks like that Topps stuff just maybe never even had wrapping on it, like cellophane wrapping. They just went straight to the store in a box like this. What happens is that in order to try and authenticate some of these boxes in terms of not having been opened and messed with, this company here, I don't know if they're still around or what the deal is with them. iCert. They go through the box, they seal it up with their own branded seal here, and they put this sticker on here. This is all put together in 2021 here, certified from a sealed case. So this is supposed to be a certified box from a sealed case. And I guess it was the closest that I could get to, you know, the legitimate shot at a box from this era that hasn't been messed with, because these packs are like incredibly easy to just open and go through and put back together. Everyone knows that. It's a well-known thing of the hobby, but this box really intrigued me. I thought, oh, you know what? Let's go through it. Let's see how certified this box really is. It wasn't really expensive. Really nice example of the box though, right? I'm sure there's some old timers out there looking at this box being like, don't open it. It's so nice. It's been certified. It's sealed. Why would you open that? Because that's what it was made for. But before we do that, I want to show you the other things we got at the show. I got some other random stuff. Let's check them out. I got some Funko Pops. Check out these guys. Jake Taylor and Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn from Major League. I bought the Ricky Wild Thing on the first day, on the Friday, and that's why he's in the video, the Mike Trout video in the background, because I got him the first day I went, came home and shot that video. But then second day when I went back on the Saturday, I went to the same person. I saw he had the Jake Taylor, but I didn't see him the first time. I would have bought them both the first time. I was like, oh man, I'm glad I saw you got the second one. I didn't even know. So then I had to pick up that. I had to obviously pick up that once I saw that. So getting that set, that is super cool. You'll see these guys in the background of videos every now and then. Really building up the baseball Funko Pop collection. Not a baseball Funko Pop, but had to grab the Aaron Rodgers. The wifey and I are Green Bay Packer fans. I have seen this one online before, but I've never seen it in a store. I love it. It's got the Super Bowl champion hat on him. It's a nice one for a Green Bay Packer fan. Very nice. I really like how this vendor too had all of their pop figures in plastic casing, like the entire display. A lot of the pop vendors, they just sleeve up their pop dolls now with this little case, just straight for you, the consumer. I really like that. I really like that. Keeps the box nice and crisp. I do have a couple of dented boxes in the collection. I like when the box is nice like that, especially since PSA has started grading these. You're gonna wanna keep a few of these in a little bit better condition. You never know. One day they could be worth grading. I got a couple other old school 80s boxes. I can't help but like late 80s, early 90s stuff. This just reminds me of my childhood a lot. I was born in 87, so a lot of this late 80s, early 90s stuff was the stuff that I'd see like at garage sales and at weird card vendors. I didn't grow up with like a card store. I grew up with going to like markets that had like a card guy at it, things like that. And you would see cards like this all the time. And you would see cards like this. Yep, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, movie #1, box. No seal on it, but it is in pristine condition. Like it is in really nice condition. Everything is really flat, doesn't really look like it's been messed with. Really nice box. I am a Ninja Turtle nerd for sure. I love this image of the 4 of them coming out of the sewer from the first movie. This is like one of those images that is ingrained in my mind. That texture on their skin is like, it's like I can feel it. I remember it as a kid, and their way that their masks look like almost like a Play-Doh-like texture. I really remember almost like feeling this image as a child, and it's been like ingrained in my head ever since. And I love this image. Go Peachy. Hot hit movie. I love that. Love the Ninja Turtles. This box has not been opened. No, I'm not going to open up these packs. I do have a couple of random movie boxes and movie sets. Some of the older ones like this I won't open. Some of the newer ones I open and I build a set with. I'll do that at some point on the channel. I love the movie sets because when I was a child, like every movie, every cartoon, every comic book, they all had a card set. And a lot of them still do, but in the early 90s, that was like super popular to do that. And my big box of cards growing up always had so much random Ninja Turtle cards in it. I've been meaning to get a box like this for a while. They had these certified up like this one. And they were $200 a piece for a certified one like this that hadn't been gone through. But then I found this one at another table, and I just, you know, it looked really good. Like, he had a wrapper on it that was like a, I don't know, some type of old seal that didn't really mean much, but it looked really good. Like, the box is really flat. It's not like dinged up at all. It's really crisp. Same with this one. Like, they haven't been crunched or anything like that. And all the packs inside, just really nice. And you know, the set doesn't have like chases in it, so there's no like point in really opening these because you could just buy a completed set for like $20 or less. I suppose you could open them up and try and grade them, and maybe someday I'll go crazy and do that. But until then, I'll probably just put this in my Ninja Turtle collection. It's super cool. Oh yeah, so he wanted $80 for it, and I talked him down to 60. So I got this one for 60 rather than buying a certified sealed one for 200, and it looks perfectly good to me. It looks great. I really like this. So I did buy a second baseball wax box. I bought a box of 1991 tops. This one was much cheaper. This one was, I think, $50. Has some type of seal on it. I don't know. Is that how that was sealed? Is this like some sort of old reseal? I'm not sure. You guys can tell me, like, what's this seal? Does that look right to you? Does anyone out there know? Looks right. You know, the box again, nice shape. I don't know much of what I'm looking for. These boxes are extremely easy to mess around with. People do crack these looking for, you know, to complete a set or maybe to try and find a Gem Mint 10, because some of the Gem Mint 10s from 87, I know, can fetch a couple bucks. So you're probably wondering why this one, like why did you get 91 baseball? Well, I have a cool base chase plan for this one. So if you've been enjoying those base chase videos that I've been doing, you're gonna want to subscribe and come back because I have a pretty cool idea to do a base chase with this box of 91 tops. So you're wondering, like, did you buy any singles? Did you get any singles? Well, I did get a couple of singles. I got some base. Some base I'm going to take a closer look at and hopefully be able to send a PSA and grade in the future. Like I said, I was looking around for some hits, something that I can show off on the channel or something like that, but I really didn't find any baseball cards that sort of vibe like that for me, or at least ones that I didn't already own or were similar to ones that I already owned. So I ended up going the base route, which I do love going, finding some base that I think are worth sending into PSA, trying to gem them up, and I'll show you what I got. So first I got these 3 Jose Bautista Topps Chrome, the bat flip card itself. $20 is a pretty standard price for these. Sometimes they go for $30 on eBay, a little bit more maybe sometimes, but $20 to $30 has become the standard price for this card. They are becoming a little bit harder to find. I grabbed these from Velocity Sports Cards, who's a pretty well-known vendor up here in Canada, does a lot of baseball stuff. He had these 3 kind of stacked up in his case. He had some gemmed up ones. I asked if I could look at the raws. I gave him an offer of $50 for all 3 of these. He came back at $55. I took that deal. I thought that was fair, considering these are pretty standard at $20 to $30. As a Blue Jay fan, this is one of like the cards. If you don't know the significance of the bat flip, I'm going to tell you right now. And I think everyone knows the significance of the home run itself, the game and the home run and the story behind that aspect. But the part of the story I want to talk about is the bat flip itself. This bat flip right here basically changed baseball forever. Every major stud in baseball right now does this bat flip when they get a big home run. They flip it in 10 different ways now. But back in the day, not even that long ago, like in 2015, 2014, that would have been considered to be poor sportsmanship and would have possibly caused even a bench clearing brawl, which is basically what happened here. Jose flipped the bat, Odor got offended, and they scrapped at second base. And the reason why Odor was offended is because flipping your bat like this was considered to be rude, I guess, and unsportsmanship, and the other team wouldn't take kindly to it. But nowadays, like the MLB, this company here, they want them to bat flip. They want those highlights. They want you to throw your bat and celebrate and have a celly. Like Jose invented the celly, basically. But at the time, Jose took both a literal and metaphorical punch to the face for doing this. But now it's become the standard. It's become the standard of what people do when they get a home run. But the first person to do it got a punch in the face for it. I think that's interesting. And that's why this card is iconic. This card isn't just iconic because of the home run itself and the significance of that game. It's iconic because it changed the way that baseball players and athletes celebrate. This right here, every millennial who loves the way we do things, the way that we celebrate and emote, and the way that boomers want us to be kind of a little bit more old school and not kind of be like that. This guy like kind of pushed that barrier right over and said, no, we're going to do this. We're going to have emotion in baseball because that's really what people want to see. That's the significance of this. And that's why this card is collectible. The Jose Bautista bat flip. Okay, I got a little Blue Jay passionate there. You know I'm looking for Shoheis. You're like, he's got to have Shoheis in there. He's got to have Shoheis in that stack of base cards, and you know I'm looking for Shoheis. So I did get 3 Shoheis. I got them all from the same vendor. I made a pretty good deal on them. I would say these are the 3 most well-known. So I got all 3 of these from the same vendor, and I did make a little bit of a deal on it. I got a good price on these for sure, and they do all look like they're in really, really nice condition. So that always gives me extra confidence to buy them, because that's really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for stuff that I'm confident to send to PSA. All 3 of these definitely have that vibe, and they're basically the 3 most well-known Shohei Ohtani rookie cards. His flagship rookie card, his Topps Chrome flagship rookie card, and then his rookie debut from Update because he's at bat. I would say if you're starting a Shohei Ohtani rookie card collection, you start with these 3 right here. These are the 3 that you want to start with, and you get maybe like the couple of buddy cards that you've seen me open up before, but these are the 3 main Shohei Ohtani cards right here. So I got 3 raw copies, all from the same person. They're all probably going to go to PSA. They all look really good. I am going to take a closer look at them, but I took a pretty good look at them at the show, and they look pretty good. And the last card I actually got in that Shohei deal as well from the same vendor. He had it in the case next to the Shoheis, and I've been meaning to kind of get one of these, but I saw he had a nice raw copy, so I will probably end up sending this one to PSA too, and it is a Aaron Judge rookie card. Nice one. He had it in a 1-touch, so I was like, oh man, it must be nice in a 1-touch. And as you can see, this is actually legit. Like, these corners are legit. The back, I was like, okay. Okay, and I didn't have to pay the full $30 on it because I got it in the deal with the Shoheis. So nice Aaron Judge rookie card there. So those are my base pickups. Some Jose Bautista bat flips, your Shohei main ones, and a nice Aaron Judge. Really nice base cards there. That was basically everything that we got at the show. There was a meat vendor. I got some pepperettes. We got some pizza. It was a good time. It was a good time. Get into this box though. I hope Ice Certified sees this and they're like, he's cracking into it now. Like, yeah, it's happening. And you know what? I would send these cards to PSA. Oh wait, there's a second. There's two of them. Wow. Double wrapped. I would send this stuff to PSA. I know that finding confident stuff in these sets is really rare because the centering can be horrible. You can get an entire box where it's just completely off-center the entire box, and those aren't going to gem up, but at least they will be nice, clean, packed fresh copies, hopefully. And a ton of gum that I will not be chewing. Yes, these are the gum packs. These are the gum packs. No, I'm not chewing any of the gum. Should I do a thing where it's like if I gem up a Barry Bonds, I have to eat some of the gum? I don't know. I can't. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Look at these. Let's look at these. These have been sitting around for as long as I have. 1987 Topps Major League Baseball, the real one. Win a trip to 1988 spring training. You can feel the gum. You can see it right there, right through. Let's just get into this. Let's just get into this. What are we waiting for? I'm gonna tear these packs up. They really, yeah, you know. Someone's watching this, like, is it your first time? And the answer is, yeah, basically, since I was a child. This is, oh, wow. Mark Salas. This is stuck. I'm just gonna leave that like that. That's kind of funny. The Mark Salas gum stuck to the back parallel. What's going on with this pack? There it is. Okay, let's see what we can find in this pack. Man, these cards feel awesome. They feel like the 80s. Love the wood back. It reminds me of the basement of this house when I bought it, but I had to paint over it. Eddie Murray. There's a good one. Cards look pretty nice. Future Star. This is a big box. It's probably gonna take me a while to go through all these. Oh wait, that's a Dale Murphy card. That's a good one. Nice card. So the other thing that we did when we went to the Sports Card Expo was that for the first time, I dropped off a submission to PSA as a way to sort of save some money on shipping and handling, I suppose. I kind of just wanted to try it out, you know? I've never dropped off a package at PSA before. I'm always saying them in. I've never actually taken one to a show or anything like that. So this was my first time doing that. I made the submission at home, put it in a box, made it exactly the same way that I would have if I had sent it to PSA. When I brought it there, I thought they were just going to kind of scan it in and that was it. It was going to be submitted, but that wasn't it at all. They actually tore everything out of the box, looked through the cards, and then just took them. They didn't really give me a confirmation or a submission or anything like that. And I was a little weird about it, honestly. I was like, really? You guys just take everybody's cards and there's no real like confirmation or any processing right done right here, right now? There's a lot of trust that went into that PSA booth, let me tell you that. So I was a little uncomfortable about it, I'll be honest. And I submitted them on the Friday, the first day. And then I went back the second day and I met with Brad from PSA Canada, and he made me feel a lot better about it. Made me feel like I was in good hands, gave me his business card, told me it was all good, and that my submission should show up on my PSA account once it's processed. They had already shipped out all of the cards. Like when I went back the second day, I asked Brad, I was like, is my submission still here? And he said, no, I shipped them out yesterday. Like they were already put in a box and left immediately. So I'm not sure like how long it should take, but it seems like they were shipped off right away. It shouldn't take forever. And he assured me it would show up on my app as a submission. A lot of people were just writing the submissions down by hand right there. It was kind of a unique old school way of doing it. They just had handwritten submission forms and you would just fill it out and give them your card and that was it. That's all they were doing. People were just lined up by the masses to do it. Seemed very trusting, but PSA, you know, they are the pros. So they come with a certain amount of trust, I guess. But in my humble opinion, it would have been nice if there was some sort of confirmation, like, especially for someone who drops off a submission like I did. Hey, I'm getting the same cards. I got these cards already. It would have been nice if there was some sort of confirmation for the PSA stuff. I think ideally it would have been nice if it was immediately submitted into the system right there. You know, like you had some sort of scanning system. I bring the box, you look at the cards, you scan the barcode, and it's already submitted right there. A manager card. But Brad made me feel like I was in good hands and that I can trust him. So I'll keep you updated on that and see how that goes. See how quick it gets to the app compared to if I had just submitted it on my own. You save some shipping and you save on insurance and that kind of stuff. If you go through these guys, they'll just help you out there and do it for you. If you're already a member, what they do that's kind of nice is they offer submissions for people who aren't members, aren't PSA members. So if you're not a PSA member, you go through PSA Canada and they'll hook you up with submitting your cards. But they also offer like a drop-off. Like for someone like me who already has a membership, like just go there and bring your cards and your order paper and we'll just take it from there. So that's what I did. I did kind of think that I'd get some better confirmation, but it seemed to be the way that they do things. Roger Clemens on the 86 record breaker card. That's cool. Blue Jay, John Soretti? That order I submitted with PSA, it's a fun one. It's got some shenanigans in it. It'll be a good one to get back and have a really good video with you guys. Just kind of kicking it with kind of like a lesser serious PSA order. Some low and mid-end stuff, but also just some stuff that I submitted for shenanigan reasons, you know? Some good times. Ricky Henderson. Hey, we hit one of the names. Nice. We haven't been hitting any of the big names I looked up earlier. I think this is like a 5,000 card set or something. No, not actually, but yeah, like literally 900 cards or something. This is card number 735. Wait, what is this card set? I don't even know. It's huge though. It's huge. And the Roger Clemens All-Star. All right, that's sweet. Okay, so we're still looking for more, you know, one of those names that I listed off earlier. We hit a Ricky Henderson, which is kind of cool. If I go through this whole box and don't find any of those names, that certified company ain't gonna look so great. Some Expo cards. We have Way Bog. It's a nice card. Nicely centered one here too. Very nicely centered. Interesting. Very nice card there. Wade Boggs. What the heck? Oh man, that sucks. It's the only card with that thing on it. It's like damaged. It's like a greasy thumb touched it. See, it's not my thumb. What is that? Old timers have to let me know things like this. Be like, yeah, I don't know. All right. Oh, there's another one. It's like damaged. Feels weird. Ricky Henderson. Man, even in 1987, you guys were making cards of your cards. Tops, you were making cards of cards of cards of cards for 37 plus years. Like 40 years. 40 years of cards and cards and cards and cards. Like, showing cards within a card. I mean, are you just going to do that forever? Like, just forever, from now until the end of time. You guys are just like, we're gonna make cards of cards. Remember that card we made that one time? Here it is. It's like, okay. Like, that really isn't that cool of an insert. In fact, it's probably the lamest thing you guys do is when you take pictures of old cards that you made and put it on a new card when it's a picture of a card. And you've been doing that lame thing for 40 years. Like, it's time to let that one go, boys. Like, you played it out, eh? It's done. George Bell. George Bell with the gum stuck to it. Like, you just go back to the same well every year for 40 years. Like, it's kind of crazy. And you guys be like, hey, Keith Hernandez opened up his autograph in Topps Black 2024. Like, you guys should make a card that's a picture of a card, 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 that's just a picture of a picture. Topps is like, oh my God, that's such a good idea. We could show every generation of card we've ever made in just one card. And it'll be all about us, just us, me, me, me. That's Topps, eh? They're crazy like that. No, seriously, Topps, you have to look at your narcissistic disorder. It's real with you guys. Celebrating yourself every chance you possibly can. The amount of mental masturbation that must go on at Topps must be insane. They're like, we're doing a good job. We're doing a good job. We're doing a good job. No, you're not. No. Stop mentally masturbating yourself, Topps. Get real. I do appreciate the extension on the 10-year extension on the redemptions. Hey, but you had to like basically be threatened on an audit for that to happen. And stop telling people that you got audited when you didn't. It's weird. It's shady shit. Topps claims that they were audited for their hits, but they weren't. They were just examined. That's the difference between looking at and looking in. It's a big difference. Basically means nothing. an examination. But, you know, it's not like Topps is winning any humanitarian awards, so it's not like surprising or anything. Dwight Gooden. Reds leaders. Okay, I want to get more like those names up on here. I was like junk wax in like 16 names. I should be able to find somebody, and all I got so far is Ricky Henderson. It's like, oh no way. I've got like Oh! We hit it, Bo Jackson! Nice! Yo, that is a nice example of that card. Look at that centering. Deece. Please don't be damaged. Nice! Not damaged on the back. It's a nice Bo Jackson there. I guess it's kind of like a different Bo hunt this time. I'm looking for Bo Jackson. This is his Future Stars card, widely considered to be his rookie card, a very famous image. As you can tell, they reused this image in 2022 when they made some fun stuff with the new players. Nice, we hit the Bo Jackson. Bam! Bo Jackson, 1987, Topps. Bo Jackson, Future Star, rookie card. Okay, okay. That makes me feel good, hitting the Bo Jackson. I don't know what to expect out of a box like this, but, you know, like, I basically don't expect anything out of it. Other than a good time with you guys. Hope you're enjoying this. If you are enjoying it, hit a like button and subscribe. I'm gonna find some random crazy things to open up along the way. Go back to the junk wax era. Like what's the era that starts vintage? Like what year starts vintage cards? Is that like 1980 and older? Is 1980 considered to be junk wax? Is junk wax like 81 to like, what is it? Like 99 or something? What are those official years? Does anyone know? Leave in the comments. Mark Eckhorn, Blue Jay. Ken Griffey Sr. Cal Ripken. Oh yeah, that's the one with the thing stuck to it. The gum. This was the Bo Jackson pack. I put it down and forgot about it. Yep, you might have noticed that. And if you've been watching this channel, you'll notice that I do that. It is one of those ADHD glitches where you put down something and then you immediately forget about it. And then you turn around and it's not there somehow, and it's part of the way it goes. It's okay though, it's honestly no big deal. Does not make a difference. There's 36 packs in here. Take a little while to get through them. I'll try and speed it up. Looking for those names. Kind of like two halves faced inward. Go to the center, flip it over, and you get the hang of it. If I miss anything cool, like some random card, you're like, oh, that card's got value on it, let me know. It's like some weird misprint. The misprints are what people look for in old stuff a lot. Missing a letter or something. Don Mattingly. So the with TM is more rare. Okay, so this is the more rare version of this card. So this is like a correction box. This is a box that was printed after the initial printing, because the initial printing, this TM here was missing. And there was a lot more of the initial printing than the correction. So this is the corrected one with the TM and is a little bit more collectible, I believe. Very nicely centered too. This is a nice box of 1987 Topps. Some really nice looking cards in here. Obviously Mattingly is with the Blue Jays now, so gotta represent him. Oh, Kirby Puckett right behind it, the All-Star. I gotta get that up there too. Sells a good pack here. Cecil Fielder as a Blue Jay. Oh, nice. That's a sick card, man. As a kid, I was a fan of Cecil. He was on the Tigers for my childhood as a slugger. I grew up in southwestern Ontario, which is close to Detroit. And a lot of people in southwestern Ontario cheer for the Detroit sports teams. Oh, no. It's one of the busted ones. That's okay, though. I'm just going to keep this one in the collection anyways. But very cool card. I actually remember this card as a kid because I was a fan of his and I had a bunch of his Tiger cards. And I remember seeing this card and I'd be like, oh, it's the one where he's a Blue Jay. It's awesome. Detroit Tiger game was actually the first professional baseball game I ever went to. Like I said, growing up in southwestern Ontario, it was about an hour from where I was. Oh, another one. Another couple of these nice All-Star cards. Stack them up. Yeah, where I grew up is about an hour from Detroit. If you took the American way. Same with my wife. We didn't grow up in the same city, but we both grew up in the same part of Ontario. And it was really cheap going to Tigers games as a kid. Like, you basically get tickets for free. That was true for Blue Jays, but Toronto was more expensive of a city to get to and to go to. So it was Tiger games for a lot of kids growing up where I was. And that's how I became a fan of Cecil Fielder. Him and Bo Jackson are kind of like the two dudes I remember as a really young kid paying attention to. And Roberto Alomar as well. The Jose Canseco Cup card, but it's got the gum on the back. That's awesome. Jose Canseco Gum Cup card. This is one of the cards to look out for in this set too. Not as nicely centered as the rest of the set has been, but great card. Yeah, heck. Let's get the Jose Canseco Cup card, Gum Cup card up there. Where's it? It's one here. Right where that thing is. And the 1987 checklist. There's got to be a few of these. Kelly Gruber. Lots of old school Blue Jays. I remember wondering, when I grabbed this box, I thought to myself, is Buck Martinez in this? He's the voice of Blue Jays. But the answer is no. In fact, 1987 was the year he was hired on as a Blue Jay announcer. He like retired the year before or something and then came on as the Blue Jay, the voice of the Blue Jays in 1987, the year I was born. Buck Martinez has been calling Blue Jay games for my entire life. That is true. Okay. Got some cool cards here. We have not found the Barry Bonds. That is the Chase card. We did get the Bo Jackson. I would say that's the second most popular Chase card. According to the lists I've been looking at online, I would say those are the two most well-known cards. Interesting symbol here on the Chicago White Sox. Dwight Gooden. You know what I'm going to try for the first time? I'm going to try one of those like open 4 packs at once thing. Sometimes you see people do this where they grab like 4 packs all at once. Tear them up. Stack them on top of each other. Kind of go through 4 packs really fast. We'll try that on this one. These are really legitimately stuck. I keep on grabbing the wrong side first so it rips. Like something gets in there, it looks like the glue, maybe like something like that. What is that little mark there? Seems to be pretty common. This stain, like a glue stain or something. I was about to go through that pack and I forgot what I was doing. 4 packs, base. Okay. Let's go through these cards like this in a big stack. There's the Mike Schmidt All-Star card with the gum on the back. Two damaged Mike Schmidts. We got Mike Schmidt with the gum, and then Mike Schmidt with the stain. George Brett. Do people collect the Gumstuck cards? Are the Gumstuck cards have value? That's both like kind of a joke and kind of not. Nolan Ryan, there you go. Found the Nolan Ryan card, that's a cool one. Also nicely centered. Dale Strawberry. Daryl. Like, how often do you think Daryl Strawberry gets trolled with that Daryl from the Simpson episode, like, throughout his life? I'm not sure if I like the multi-pack, 4-pack at once, multi-pack format. I think I'm like a 1 pack at a time kind of guy. I just get to enjoy it more this way. Make sure I don't miss anything. Just had this pack. Nice. Oh, there's a non-damaged Mike Schmidt. That's good. The fold is out of this one. That means something. It's gonna be a lucky pack. Look at that, Barry Bonds. Hey, we found most of the good names though. There's a Greg Maddux rookie card as well in here that would be nice to find. Greg Maddux and Barry Bonds. Where are you guys? Dave Steve, Blue Jay legend. Okay, how many packs are left here? Okay, we got a stack of packs left. Also, don't forget, there's some cards on the box here. Got Don Baylor and Steve Carlton. You cut those out. See on the inside of the box, got the back side of them. That's pretty funny. Cutout cards. This has been fun. These cards are actually really minty. The ones without gum or stains on them. The centering looks pretty good on a lot of the ones we have back there on the stands. There's the Mark McGuire card. Mark McGuire. So this is Mark's first card where he is in a professional uniform. Some people call it a rookie card, but it seems like the consensus is that his first card actually features him in a non-pro uniform. And this is the first card with him in a pro uniform. Still very collectible, I'm sure, for every Mark McGuire collector. Okay, we got the Marky Mark. Will Clark. Don Baylor, the guy on the side of the box. This is my third Dale Murphy. We're getting down to it. We're getting down to it. We have not found a Barry. Oh my God, I saw Barry there for a second. Barry Jones. Another George Brett. I might be getting George Brett and Dale Murphy mixed up. But we have several of each now. Cal Ripken. Whoa, whatever this printing here. Look at that. The Alvin Davis printing error variation. Let me know in the comments, what's a good year? What's a good box for some older stuff like this? Started with 1987, seemed like a good year, seemed like good names. Maybe there's a better one or something cool too. You're like, this is the one that all the old timers love to open. Let me know what that one is. Another checklist. I'll do a little bit more research myself. Hey, Pete Rose. We have not got the Pete Rose card yet. It's a good one. Tom Lasorda, manager. Cliff Johnson. We're getting down to it. We got about 6 packs left. My table is completely covered in gum dust and cardboard dust. I maybe should have been wearing some sort of ventilation mask while opening this. Too late now. Dusty Baker. Are we going to get skunked on the Barry Bonds? You got everybody else. Except for the Barry Bonds and the Greg Maddux rookie cards. Tell me, old timers, how common is it to open up a box of 1987 and not get a Barry Bonds? Is that common? Like, I honestly don't know. Maybe. There is like 8 million cards in this set. You're not going to get the whole set in one box, I would think not. Not if there's 700 cards in it, that's for sure. Yeah, there's like 800 or more cards in it, so you're definitely not getting the full set in a box. But like, was it one of those things where it was like, oh, it was every other box had the bonds in it because that's how printing sheets work? Or was it really easy to just grab the bonds card out of there? I wonder. It probably was. Like those certified things, like if someone took the bonds card out of a box and then put a bunch of other random packs into that box instead, like how would I certified know that? And chances are they don't know that. All they know is that the box looks, you know, decent. So I'm not really sure what the point of that whole I certified thing is. Not really sure what you can certify, all things considered. The stain, though, is consistent. What's up with that? Let's go, Barry. Where are you? George Bell. Blue Jay. We've gotten like 6 of some cards and not a single Barry Bond rookie or Greg Maddux rookie. I would say I certified. Looking like I means not. What in the card got messed up. I certified. I'm not really sure. Whoa. Look at this thing. Sparky Anderson, this card got chewed up. What happened? Got caught in something on the machine there, eh? Look at that. That's interesting. Interesting. Interesting damage on this Sparky Anderson here. Barry Bonds. What was I saying? Oh yeah, basically that like the I certified thing doesn't really mean anything. It means basically butt kits. Basically just means that somebody, I guess, looked at the box and said, it looks like it hasn't been messed up based on their own professional opinion. I guess that might be worth something to somebody. It wasn't an expensive box, honestly. And that card isn't overly expensive either. It's not really about that. I just wonder, I just want to know. Last pack, everybody. We have not got a Barry Bonds rookie card or a Greg Maddux rookie card. Sus. You got a lot of good names, though. All the big names. Just not the 2 rookie cards that I think that you'd want to find in this box. We got the Bo Jackson. That's great. That's actually awesome. Okay, getting down to it. Nope. Okay, everybody, I had a lot of fun going through this box of 1987 Topps. Did you like this one? Let me know in the comments. Let's start this recap off with the Blue Jay cards. These were the boys that were on the Blue Jays when Buck started working. Buck's first roster to get to know. Some old school Blue Jays. George Bell in the front there, all-star. The set basically has 2 insert sets, these leaders and the turn back the clock. Both of these inserts are cards that look like they feature other cards on it. This one kind of looks maybe like a, I don't know, like a poster on the wall almost, but also kind of looks like a card within a card. This one is an actual card within a card. Okay, and here is a stack of some recognizable names and cards. We have 3 checklists. Tom Lasorda, a little arrow right there. Will Clark, Pat Tabler, Dusty Baker, Reggie Jackson, Dwight Gooden, Steve Sachs, some Dale Murphy, some George Brett, some of the All-Stars and Future Stars, Roger Clements on the Record Breakers, Dwight Evans. Notice on these George Bretts, these errors are the same on these 2. You see them like the exact same errors in the same spot. So I guess that'd be like pretty common, whereas this one here doesn't have those errors. It has slightly different ones. Maybe a less common George Brett, this one. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. So when you go on eBay and you start looking at a lot of these cards and the way that they're sold and the way that they're graded, a lot of it is about the different errors you find on it. And the more unique the errors, the more desirable the cards. And obviously it's hard to get good graded cards when they're old, although this box specifically did have some really good looking cards, nice surfaces and nice centerings. I don't really know what else to look for on this kind of card other than the same things I would look for on a regular card. Nice corners, nice edges, nice surface, nice centering. And a lot of the cards in this box have that. So I'll definitely have to look more into the whole error thing. I'm looking around these cards, looking for different things that could be errors, or go on eBay and type Ken Griffey error 1987 and see if anyone gives you an example of what they think is an error card. So these are probably the better names and the better cards here. We have Ken Griffey, Fernando Venezuela. This card seemed to have some collectability on it. Pete Rose. Is this look at this line in front of his face right here. Is that an error? Is that an error? Keith Hernandez. Eddie Murphy, Cal Ripken, Nolan Ryan, Ricky Henderson, Mike Schmidt, a couple of Kirby Pucketts. Again, you can see the errors on these Kirby Puckett cards are very consistent. They're very similar between both cards. So that wouldn't be like the kind of harder to find errors that you might be looking for. You see you got the pink on both of his shoulders here. Or maybe they are, I'm not sure. Maybe you have 2 of the hard to find errors, but I would think that that would mean that this one is more common. Dale Strawberry, Jose Cruz. I put these ones in semi-loaders because they seem to have a little bit of value if you can gem them up. Rafael Palmeiro on the Future Stars card, nice card there. A little bit more off-centered on this one, but still a very nice example. A couple of Don Mattingly's with the TM there, so the corrected versions. Really nice centering on these, Really nice surface on these. I'm not sure what they would grade up like, but I might have to find out. The Mark McGuire, also nice card here. Nice example, nice centering. Just nice cards. And we hit the bow. We hit the bow on the bow chase. The Bo Jackson chase, that is. His Future Star rookie card. Very nice example of it. Maybe a little bit off-centered, but might still squeak into the 40-60 situation. Either way, really nice find there on the Bo Jackson. This card right here definitely brings me back. I would say these two cards here are very nostalgic for me. The Cecil Fielder in the Blue Jay uniform photo and the Bo Jackson rookie card. I remember these very much so as a very young child. These images here. And we're going to end on this factory damaged Sparky Anderson. I don't know, like, talk to me about this card here. Look at this unique damage. Look at how the names are folded in there. It's kind of layered. What happened here? Has anyone seen this before? Look how it's been crunched, but also still has some of the gloss on it. Very interesting. On Sparky Anderson, nevertheless. See, this is a card that might actually fetch a couple bucks for its uniqueness. It's kind of the stuff that a lot of the old timers see and they're like, yo, that's kind of cool. I mean, they don't sound like that when they say it, but you know what I mean. They'd be more like, what do you have there, young man? Let me see that Sparky Anderson. Interesting, interesting. Because people ask hundreds of dollars for some unique printing error, whereas this is definitely a unique printing error, just not in the same context. I'm not sure. Maybe that was the machine that pushes them all into a pack or something. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe someone who knows the old school printing process knows exactly where this card got stuck. Be pretty cool. So that's going to end this one here. Let me know what you thought about this video. What you thought about getting into some of the older boxes, some of the junk wax era stuff. Leave a comment below if you have any suggestions, if you want to tell me anything I missed in this box. And until next time, love y'all.